that is fine, but little bit definitely will learn something new with real time. Okay, so my screen is shared. Are you able to see my screen? Able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay. So first question is why we are learning Java and why Java is required, you know, why Java is required and we having the many language, but why Java is required? This is my first question.
So one major thing would be it's a freeware,
Mm-hmm.
and we have so many supports available.
Okay.
Many ghosts are there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, if you will compare with C and C++, right? So that is a standalone application, right? C and C++. That is a standalone application, right? C++ is also object-oriented programming language, right? So the Java having object-oriented programming language. That is, the heart of the Java is up concept and collection. Okay. So if we will go in the real time, if we will go in the real time, we will use Java concept. So what do you meaning of object oriented programming language? If you will start anything, any code, uh, this installation part of that. So I am using Edit Plus for practice purpose. So this installation stuff I will tell you later. Okay. JDK and JRE and everything. Okay, I'll tell you later. If you are not able to install this Java software and setup, I will guide you. Okay, coming session. So this is my Edit Plus software. So this software is not, I'm not, we cannot use in the real time. In the real time, we use Eclipse for your ID for development in development environment or testing environment. Okay, so we will go for, you know, HDLC. So what is HDLC?
So software development lifecycle.
Yes, software development life cycle. Okay. So you can see your software will start how your application will start from, right? Like I have a one requirement. So I want to start my business. Okay, you can mute in your side. If you have anything, you can unmute and ask me. Okay. So I have a I want to start my business, right? So I'm the customer. So business having the some name, right? So I want to start my online institute, online and offline. This I have a one business will come in my mind. So this business name is having, your business, your or any person having the some name, right? So this is your real world object, your business. Okay, so like my business name is in Genius Tech Hub. If you will go in the software company, I am the person and I want to open my, online this institute like online classes. So I will contact to software guy, right? Software company. Then software people having the business analyst or senior architect, they will come to you and they will ask you what is your requirement. So your business having the some name, that is your name. Any name will be there. That name is what? Object. This real world object, right? So this is your real world object. So this is my requirement. This is my company name or institute name. So this name is your real world object, right? Real world object. This real world object, we having the multiple requirements. So they will ask, apart from that, what is your requirement? So I want some functionality. So we have a online classes. We have a online classes. Okay, we have a another requirement is, so this is the one functionality, one page, right? The people are looking for online live session. Okay, online live classes. Okay, this is the one requirement. So if someone will come in my application, so they will get this notification, one requirement. This is my another requirement. So we having the recording video session, recording video. Okay, recording video session. This is the, someone don't want to live, they want a recording. We have a offline session. Okay, we have a only project class and interview session. Okay, so these are the requirement. We have a multiple requirement, right? So this real world object, can you mute in your side, please? Can you mute in your side? Okay, so we have a multiple requirement, right? So we have a multiple requirement. So this is just, I have given the overview of my application, how to automate this, right? So this real world object, we are going to convert into the programming world. This is, I have given simple like application. So if you will go in the Amazon, right? So when Amazon have started, some idea will come, the people, this business, right? So you can see, this is your real world object, is your Amazon. All right, so Amazon is your real world object. So they having the, before, you can go 5 year back for this Amazon application, you cannot get this many functionality, right? We cannot, before it was like simple, right? Only e-commerce and simple, uh, we don't having the many product here, right? But here in Amazon, you can see they are adding the functionality. You can go in the Facebook, right? How the Facebook was there. So right, the Facebook is also what? Real world object. They are doing the business, right? They have automated all the application. If I will use C language, right? Only one user will use at a time. Here we have a millions of the users. Okay, so what I want to tell you, if you have a real world object, how to convert into the programming world. So this real world object, we will convert into the programming world. So what happens? So here we will write class ingenious. Okay, this is your class name. This class name, why we are writing this class name? Class is your keyword. By using this class keyword, we are converting this real world object into the programming world. Programming means when the programming will come, when you having the automation. Okay, so this business is automated, right? This Amazon application is automated. You can, lakhs of the application is there in the market, right? You can take the Flipkart. This is the e-commerce, or you can take, traveling like uh, a SpiceJet and Make My Trip, right? So all the business they have automated. How they have automated? Using this, programming language. So, the Java is called object. If you are having any real world object, we will convert into the programming world. Programming world means it will come inside this your automation. So this business is automated, right? You can go and you can search it, and you can, simply you can give this all the product what you want, you will get it, right? What happened for my okay? So this is, why we are using this class keyword. Okay, so class keyword means they will represent this real world object into the programming world. What happened? Okay, so this is why we use class keyword. This is the first question, why we use this your class keyword. But if you are executing Java code, so we have one software that is called JDK. Okay, so in this system, if we will go in the real time project, first you have to check Java is there or not. You have to install the JDK. So installation part I will tell you later. Okay, so just I will tell you here. If you will go in this program files, after installation you will get one Java folder. Inside this be having the JDK, right? JRE, there is two folder, JDK and JRE. So this part I will come on that. Okay, so first just I will explain little bit why Java. So this is, every you are writing any code, so it will start from class keyword. So why class keyword means any object if you will write, they will convert into the programming world. Now if you will go in this application, right, so they have converted real world object into the programming world, but we need, security of this application, right? When you register here, when you register your name and password, they will ask your mobile number or something, then you will get OTP, right? That concept is called encapsulation. So we need to provide, if you are developing any application, we need a security, right? So encapsulation, this is the part of OOP principle. So just I am giving the overview how why Java is most popular language. Coming days, right now other languages also becoming the most popular because of object oriented programming language. Java is only object oriented programming language, but Python is object oriented with a scripting language. So Python is getting more popular. But if you will compare with Java and Python, Java is most secured language, so nobody will replace to Java. Okay, so Java will be there always. Here when you are writing this class keyword, so just I'm going to start here. you know this is edit plus. How to use this edit plus I will tell you later. So just I'm going to create one Java. So here I will take here engineers tech hub. Okay, this engineers tech hub. So you have to save this file. Okay, so you have to save this file. So I'm going to save, an extension will be .java. Here we have a multiple extension, so we will select this .java. Okay, so first question, why class keyword we are going to write here. Class keyword will define the type also. Okay, so when we are writing int equal to a equal to 10, right, this is the, or a string s equal to, this is the data type. Just I'm going to tell you, this is the data type, and float f1 equal to 10f. Okay, so like that, this class keyword, when you are creating this class with your real world object, it will convert into the programming world. So it will also define one class is also one type of the data type. Which type of the object you have created. I have created the object class engineers type. So here this is your which type. Here this is the reference variable this. So this is your engineers tech hub type. If you are going to create class a student, which type it is? It is a student type. If you are creating class Amazon, which type it is? Amazon type. So this will also define which type of the object you are creating. So this type is coming when I will explain your upcasting. Upcasting, we are only having the conversation. We can convert one type to another type. So this will come in the later, this type. So leave it this, just I have given the overview. So this block is called your class block. Class, this is your root level of this. You can see this is your class block. Now we have to understand how to start your Java coding here. Okay, so here I am just printing something here. Okay, Okay, so I will explain you each line of the code. Print ln. So here just I am typing here, welcome to Engineers Tech Hub. Tech Hub. Now we have a one question. So see, so I don't know that pic is there or not in my system. So I'll show you the execution. We have right now Java code. Each line of the code, why I'm going to explain you. If you will go in the real time project, okay, if you will go in the real time project, okay, so how your maturity will come from the basics. If you will stuck anywhere, okay, if you will stuck anywhere, you are getting some issue, so this basics will help you to resolve this issue, right? So I'm starting from zero level, because in the real time, if you having the any problem, then your problem, your solution will come from your basics. So now, so this is our execution of the code. So we have right now dot java file. This is my dot java file. Okay, so this is my dot java file. You can see engineers tech hub dot java file. So what, how you can execute this, how you can execute this code, right? So first, you know we need to compile the code. Okay, so if you have a java file, then first we have a some a step for internally your code will execute. So first it will compile, then after compilation it will generate dot class file, then we have a jvm, then you will get output on the console. So just I want to show you one more pic. So this is your jdk software in your system. How to download the jdk, how to install the jdk, I will tell you the later. Okay, so when you have this jdk software, inside this jdk we have a you know multiple software which is inbuilt inside this jdk kit, java development kit. So we have a compiler, we have a jre, and we have a jvm. Okay, so what is the use of this software? Okay, so compiler, I told you, right? We have a .java file. After that, it will compile. JRE, I will tell you where we can use. So just skip this JRE part. I will give you one real-time example with JRE. Then our interaction be having the Java virtual machine. See, if you are writing the code in the C, you should not install any JDK and any other external software. It will directly execute on your OS level. But we have another software that is called Java Virtual Machine. So when you install this JDK, this all the software is there on your one folder, right? In Java folder is there, right? So all the software is available on your system. So now when you will develop the code, after developing the code, you have to compile the code. The question is, what is the use of compiler? This is just I commented this line. Okay, so just I want to tell you, if you will write here anything, so here we have a one shortcut for press. If I will press control 1, it will compile our code. So Java will also give you some message that is called user friendly. Means they will tell you whatever you have written here, this is incorrect, error. So this is the job of compiler. Compiler will check only syntax of the code. Compiler will allow what is applicable for Java. What Java will accept the code or syntax, then compiler only compile. Then after that you will get compile time error. So this is the job of compiler. If you will write something, compiler will throw, hey, this is not applicable. Okay, so this is the job of compiler. You cannot write anything, otherwise JVM and compiler will not understand what you are writing, right? So first we need to understand, my question is, if now I will compile the code, we will get any output here? Here we will get output or what? If now I will compile this code, my code will compile or not? This is my question. Any idea? Okay, it will compile. Okay, fine, I got it. So okay, so let's I think I'm just trying to increase the font size so it will looks little bit good. Actually some color will also come, but I need to check the settings. I think it not increase the font. Okay, okay, leave it that. Now I'm going to compile this code. I am not able to compile. You can see getting some error. Okay, so let's see what is the error is there. Okay, so I'm getting some error. You can see system.out.println. You can see this is the genuine error. Okay, so we will read this error. From here, the Java execution will start from. So what error we are getting here? You can see illegal startup type. Okay, so my question is why this error is coming? So system.out.println is a logic. Okay, this is your logic. System is a class, out is a variable, and println is a method. If you will go in the Java documentation, just go here and type Java documentation. So system is your inbuilt class. Okay, so type here system. Okay, you can type here system. Where is system? Yes, system is a one inbuilt class which is developed by Java. Okay, so system is your inbuilt class, and you can type here out. Out is your variable. Okay, I cannot I will tell you the later. Okay, this out variable, regarding this out variable. Okay, you can see out is your variable. Got it right? Out is your variable. If you will type here println, what is println? Println. So println is your method. Okay, I'll show you the println. Okay, so println is your method. Okay, so this is method. I will show you the implementation in my system. Right now I don't have. Okay, so I will tell you what is this. So see, this is the one type of the logic. Logic means, what is the logic? Here we have a, you know, 100 and many logics are they have developed in this application. One logic, if I will click here, if you will enter your username and password, am I able to enter this? No, right? You cannot type anything. What is the applicable? You can type. Developer have developed this login functionality. This is the one logic, login functionality. You cannot write. How many logics are there in this application? This is the one logic for login functionality. This is the another logic, create new account, right? So I think we have a many logics in this application, right? If you are searching, one search logic is there. If you will search any product, you can see here mobile or something, you know, Amazon Pay, another. This is the modules. Inside these modules we having the many logics, right? Here you can see this is the one functionality. So one application having the n number types of the logic. So if you will, if you will write logic, if you will write the logic in the one class, how many classes you have to create? We cannot create 100 classes. We cannot create 1000 classes, right? It is very hectic, right? Your JVM memory will be full. Okay, so they have developed one more concept called, that is called method. Okay, so first question is, as a class block, we cannot write the logic directly. If you want to write the logic, so you have a concept called method concept. Okay, yeah. So this is PRI print ln, but still you will get error. 1 second. Okay, that is the typo mistake. So I will do one more thing. So actually this software, okay, so that is fine. So we will not same, just I will copy here, so we will not having the any typo mistake. Just I want to show you that is okay. I will reinstall this because this is we are not able to find this typo mistake error, so it is very hectic too. So you can see still we will get this. Okay, so that is one that typo mistake was there, that println was wrong, but this as a class level we cannot write the logic. This is the one steps how we can write the logic, right? So we have a one concept called method. Okay, so just I'm going to create a method, so you should not understand what is the method. Static void, and this is online 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 session, online live session. Just what you have to understand, this is your user defined method. We should not understand what is method. Okay, user defined method. User defined method means the method which is created by us. Got it right? The method which is created by us, that is called user defined method. So what is the conclusion of this? When you are writing any code as a class level, we cannot write the logic directly. Before I was getting some error when I was doing the compilation, because we need to execute this code, right? So we need to follow these steps, then you will get output on your console. Got it right? So here just you have to understand this is your user defined method having the separate topic, so we will discuss later. So here my agenda is executing the print, just printing this value. Right now I am not getting any error. So what is the conclusion? As a class level we cannot write the logic directly. Okay, this is your class block, right? This block is your class block. See, this block is your class block. This block. This block is your class block. This block is your method block. You can see this is your one block. This block is your method block. Okay. So this class block, we cannot write the logic directly. Where we can write the logic? Inside this method block, this method block, right? So inside this we can write the logic. Why we cannot write the logic as a class level? This is the, we have a answer of that. I have shown you, right? One application having the might be 200 functionality is there. 200 functionality. Can we create 200 classes? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Yes, in one class we can write n number of logic. There is no restriction. So that's why we have a one in others language that is called function. Here in Java this is called method. And beauty of this method is you can call this method anywhere in your project and you can use this. Okay, so we having a different types of the method. So that is the different part method concept. So we will discuss coming session. Okay, so don't worry about of that. So now what will happen here? My compilation phase is completed. Compilation is done. Now if you are doing the compilation, one dot class file will be generated. So what is the dot class file? I don't know where I'm going to save this code. So I can show you not for this. This is your dot class file. Open with this. So when you are doing the compilation, this dot class file will be generated. What is the dot class file? You can see this dot class file generated by the compiler. So only this file able to understand this JVM. Okay, JVM only understand. JVM is not understanding what you are writing. JVM only understand this dot class file. Okay, JVM is not able to understand this dot class file is called bytecode. Okay, or machine code. So only JVM is able to understand this code. Even we are not able to understand. And JVM is not able to understand what you are writing. This is human readable code. And this is machine code. Only JVM will understand. So compiler first it will check the syntax, what is applicable for Java concept. If it is not applicable, they will throw the error, compile time error, right? Compiler will throw that error before creating dot class file. Okay, that now this dot class file is generated. Now it will interact with JVM. Okay, so this is the one more twist is there. So compilation is done. So when you have a Java application or Java file, .java file, so first we have to compile the code, then you have to execute the code. So execution means we are going to interact with JVM. So if this is if I will press control, this is the edit plus software. So I have configured some shortcut keyword here. So if I will press control 1, it will compile. If I will press control 2, then it will execute. You can see again one more problem is there. This is the another problem I'm getting here. Main method not found in the class engineers tech hub. Please define main method. Please define main method. Okay. So another question will come. Why main method is required? Method is required, that is fine. I understood why method is required, but second question is why main method is required? Why this method is not able to execute our code? You have any idea why main method is required for your execution of the code? Might be Amazon is developed on the Java language, but be having Amazon inside this Amazon might be having the 100 classes and 1 lakhs features. Features means your functionality means your main methods. But main method is not there, that 100 classes will not execute. And 100 classes required only main method to execute. We cannot having the 100 main method. Only one main method is required to execute 100 applications, 100 classes. Inside this one class, we have a 100 functionality. Home page of Amazon, you can consider 50 functionality have developed in home page. Registration page, we have a 10 functionality they have developed, right? Login page, they have developed 5 functionality. If we will go in the Amazon page, we having the 50 functionality. How this complete application is working? Got it right? So when you will execute your code, they are asking your main method is compilation. What I did, okay, 1 second, I did not this just commented this. I compiled fine, press control 1. If I will try to execute this code, they are asking main method. Anyone having idea about why main method is required? Any idea? No idea? Okay, start the execution. Okay, What is your answer? I want to see your answer. Okay, so where I can see will complete without output print L. Okay, that is to start the execution from start from main method. Okay, execution start from main method, but why only main method is required? We have a user defined method, right? This method is also there. Why this method is not able to execute from our code? So we have, while developing the software, JVM software, we having the many confusion with JVM developer. Okay, so actually my 1 second. Your answer is correct, but the question is why only main method? So we have a simple example. Why only main method is required? We have a very simple example. Okay, so why only main method is required? See, so we have this set of rules. Okay, good, set of rules is required. So this is our JVM software. You can consider this is your JVM software, and we are here users. We are the users and we are the developer. So here we have a JVM software, JVM, and here we are a developer. Developer means user. We are the user writing the code. So what happened? This JVM developer, the people who has developed this JVM. So what happened? They having the some problem while developing this JVM software. What is the problem? This user, how to interact with this JVM? This is the problem, right? How to interact with JVM? So they have developed the concept of the method concept, right? They have developed this concept of the method concept. That is fine, but we have a multiple types of the method: a static method, non-static method, parameterized method, non-parameterized method, method with return type, but method with non-return type, return with a statement, return with value. We have a multiple types of the method. So this JVM people, while developing the software, they are doing the testing of JVM software. Okay, okay, we have to call method. That is fine. We have to call the method, but this is the user defined. While doing the testing with the JVM software guy, you know he is the JVM. They are calling that method, but I don't know no how to interact. JVM doesn't know which type of the method you are going to create. So that's why JVM people have developed one common method, that is called main method. When you will this main method logic develop inside this JVM. So when someone will execute this code, then automatically JVM will call main method. So here what will happen, that's why this main method is your common method. Okay, so when someone will execute this code, then execution will start from here. How it will execute? Dot here when you will execute, when I will press Control 2, then this JVM inside this JVM, it will only search where is your main method. Okay, it will search and the control will come here, and method is executing from top to bottom. Okay, method will execute from top to bottom. Just I want to show you here. So this is your main method. Just I'm going to print main. This is your main, and you can see when I will execute this code, then main will execute only, right? Main is printing only. But we did not call this main. When you are executing, when execution, when you are executing your code, automatically main method will call by the JVM. But we are not able to print this user defined method. This is our user defined method, right? A static method. So this is your static method. So what we can do, this static method you must be call inside this JVM, the calling a statement, how to call the method, how a static method and all, I will discuss later. This is your static. So a static, you can call directly this method. Why we are giving this argument? Okay, so this is the part of main method. So this argument, this is if we will go in this main method implementation, so we have a many things inside this. So what I can explain you, this is your a string type of array and this is your argument type. If you will go in the internally, we having the many things for implementation inside this main method. Got it right? So this part again I will come on that, what is public static void method, how to create. So again I will come on that when I will start your method concept. So again I will explain this. Okay, so this is the complete syntax. So this is the complete syntax of your main method. So this is called your accessibility modifier public. This is called your accessibility modifier static. This is your return type. This is your method name and this is your parameter. So this parameter is developed by the JVM people and this is your, what is your question? So cannot we execute Java program without main method? No, we cannot execute. I told you right, without main method we are not able to interact with the JVM, Java virtual machine. Got it right? So without main method you cannot execute your Java code because it will not interact with the JVM. My next step, we need to interact with JVM software, right? Inside this JVM we have a many inbuilt things this software having, right? Then we will get output. So without main method we won't we interact with JVM. So what happened here? So when you will execute your code, then JVM will look like where is your main method. It will search main method in the complete class, from top to bottom. It will check where is your main method. If main method is there, then control will go enter and method will execute from top to bottom. So this line is executed. We are getting the output here main. Okay, then again when this line will come, this line will execute, then it will search where is this method, then control will go and search inside this class where is this, then control will go and it will find if it is there, then it will execute this, and method is executing from top to bottom, then this method will execute, finally control back to your main method. So this is how complete Java is going to execute. Okay, got it right? So now I'm getting this main also and we are getting this welcome to Engineers Tech Hub. So this is your how your Java code is working. This is only first code how your Java code is working. So just I have whatever I will teach you, I will give you the complete documentation, so it will helpful for your when you will start your interview, when you will start your revision. So every class is having the complete documentation with code. Okay, so we know that why Java is required. Java programming language mainly designed for internet application or web application by providing the platform of independency. C, C++ programming language support developing only a standalone application. It can only be executed in current system, cannot be executed from remote system via network. Types of the application, right? There are two types of the application. One is your standalone application. This notepad is your standalone application, and this your Amazon or Flipkart or Facebook, all the internet application is web application is called internet application. Definition of the Java. So you can define the Java Java is a simple. If you will understand, it is very simple. If you will not understand, it is very tough. But in my class, you will understand each line of the code. Okay, so it is a very simple high level. High level means you can see in Selenium, just we are using 1 and 2 and 3 packages. High level, this is your high level. How many packages are there? Right, you can see how many packages are there for the Java. High level means it will be huge. For if we will go in the development, we have a many package. If we will just go here, even I don't know what is this, all the packages. So we have a multiple interface, multiple classes. If we will go inside this one interface, you can see we have a multiple methods, right? How much the depth Java it is. But your Selenium, just we are using whatever Java is there, 3 and 4 packages only, might be 3, that's it. So high level secured, definitely we having the more security for the Java as compared to other language. It is very difficult to crack your your security and all. Platform independent, yes, platform independent, you can use anywhere your application. If you develop your application, if you develop your application on your Linux, you can use in the any OS flavors. Like we can use in the Mac, but if you will develop the application on your window, for if you having the application for C++ C, you have developed your application on C language, it won't be work in the another OS. You have developed the application C application on your window, it will not work in the Linux or Mac or Ubuntu. Okay, so this is your independent object oriented programming language. It is developed by the James Gosling in Sun Microsystem in 1990 for developing the internet application. Its first version released in January 23rd 1996. So just I'm going to stop your session right now. At 7 o'clock I have a Selenium session. So this recording will go automatically on your chat. So tomorrow you have a session for same timing, 6 o'clock. And we will decide your time as for your what you are comfortable. Then we will decide your, if you want to continue my session, then we will decide. So tomorrow you can attend one more session for demo, no problem at all. Okay, guys, just I'm going to stop your session. Bye all of you. Any question, you can reach out me on my WhatsApp number. You can ping me. Okay.
Okay.